I'm not for developing downtown. We keep throwing good money after bad, in my opinion. But then I got to thinking about, saying, you know what? I need to show people that I can work with everybody. I don't have a problem with that. I can work with anybody. I'm willing to work with anybody. So I got to thinking, what can we do to not forsake these folks? They deserve to have a good quality of life, just like the rest of us. Just because they happen to live here 30 years ago and things have kind of moved away from them, doesn't mean that we should just throw them to the wind. I'm cool with that. But we got to be careful. We've already had a lot of quote-unquote downtown renovations and vitalizations and whatever Asians you want to put in the word there for it. And none of them seem to catch on, because in the end, you need to have a business that I want to go to, that you want to go to, that he wants to go to, so on and so forth. If you don't have that, nobody's going to go down there. And again, the perception, as I said before, perception is reality. If I perceive crime as bad, I'm not going down there. At least not after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Even if it's not a problem. But the perception is reality, so therefore the reality is my perception.
Yeah. Everybody thinks there's a problem.
So that's something that needs to be worked on, and we can do this. So, as I said, this year I wasn't for doing anything downtown. It's been revitalized over and over and over and over. You get the picture, right? So, and this is not just me saying this. A lot of people already know that's happening. You drive down, they started something that look very nice. To me, they missed out by not planting a lot of greenery. Some nice big trees on the corner to give it some more life. Stuff. I'm from Florida, and there was a lot of green stuff there, you know. I know we're in Texas, but come on, we can get a little water over there, right? So these are the pictures of downtown as you see it now. Okay, you know, so to show that I'm someone that can be worked with, I said, you know, what can I think of? What can I come up with? So I've come up with my own ideas. Establish a regularly occurring public event that showcases downtown music and foods. Now, I've heard that they do some things like that, but it's like muscle memory. You got to do things over and over and over before you get some results from it. You can't just do it, hit and miss. You got to get people think, oh, you know what, they're having this downtown, let's go check it out. They're having this downtown, let's go check it out. Before you know it, is there anything happening downtown? Now they're being proactive to going down there. Okay? Memory, muscle memory. Now this is a little more technical, I'm not going to go into it too much now, but make underutilized public land available for private sector development. So in other words, any areas that are not there, let's sell to somebody who wants to put their money into it to make something out of it, which I think is common sense. I don't want to spend any money. We don't have to spend anyway. Okay? We don't have to spend anyway. So whatever we have, let's make it work for us smartly. So let's use private funds if we've got somebody that's willing to do something. Consolidate regional economic development partners and organizations into a single downtown location. So you get people that are the same mindset with business-wise and you put them in an area. Then you do what's called districting. You go, you have a historical district, you have a garden district, you have a warehouse district. Like in New Orleans, anybody been down there? They got little districts all over. You can do that even in the small areas like this. You still can do it, but you district, in this case it would be like a block or two. But it gives it its own identity. And then it puts its own persona, therefore it can grow, hopefully in a good way. Okay? Create a permanent public market. These are very popular. From a lot of reading that I've done, these are very popular. People go down there with their goods, and this is not a flea market type setup. This is where people are selling farm goods, vegetables, meats, different things like this. And from all accounts that I've read, it's very popular, very economically sound. It does work. And again, it gets people used to going somewhere. Back to that muscle memory type of thing again. Open a downtown satellite campus of a local university. So maybe we can get Texas A&M or CTC to open up a satellite office down there in conjunction with all these other things or some other ideas. Again, these are not the be-all and end-all. These are just some ideas that I've come up with. I'm not saying they're the best, they're the worst or anything else. But you know what? We've got to start coming up with ideas. Instead of everybody saying, no, 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 tell me your ideas. Where are they? Somebody's bound to have something that's good. build a streetcar line, or in this case, because that would really cost a lot of money, a bus that looks like a streetcar. Have them take you around the town area. It'd be a nice little event. The downtown district's not that big, but if I don't have to walk 4 blocks to the other side, I don't want to do that. So you can have something like this. It's cool. It's gives it some identity again. Okay? And then you create an awesome downtown playground to make your downtown more kid and family friendly. We do have some areas down there that can be done. So, you know, there are ideas that can be made happen. Create a branded downtown entertainment district. So this is what I was talking about, districting. You can have these 2 or 3 blocks, and you get them where that's music and whatever. And then this district for food or whatever, you know? Just depending on whatever you can do. And you
Antiques and another.
right. And then you district it, and it becomes its own life then. So it's branding. So again, these are not the be all end all. It's just an idea. I want to show people that I'm willing to work with anybody. I'm not closed-minded about anything. I am frugal though with somebody else's money. We cannot continue to spend what we don't have. Like I said, we don't run our personal finances like this. Why does anybody in government always think that it's okay to run theirs like that? It's not. So we're going to Proposition 1. Everybody know what that is? I'm simply no for it. You know, I'm about transparency. I'm about openness. Mr. Olson, I'm sure he's a good guy. I don't know the man. I got nothing bad to say about him. I don't know him. I can't say anything bad about him. From all appearances and everything that he's done so far, for the most part, he's done pretty good, I guess. Okay? But that doesn't mean that I'm going to give away, again, checks and balances that are built in for our council members to have. Now, I'm not qualified to run a city, but I am qualified to ask a question why this number doesn't match here. Or why is this number so big? I am qualified to ask those kind of questions. And that's something, if we don't do this, we are going to be giving a very, in my opinion, we're going to be giving a very crucial tool away of oversight. And in my opinion, we cannot do that. And based on where we've just come from 2016 with the audits and whatnot, they have a lot to prove to citizens as to trustworthiness, openness. And again, I know some people from the council say, oh, fake news, it was this, it didn't happen, or whatever. Well, we know contrary. Okay? And again, it's not about pointing fingers, it's about this is what it was. I don't want to dwell on it, but I want to make sure it doesn't happen again. And to me, giving stuff like this away is one more step to allowing potentially for that to happen again. And I'd rather guard for it not to happen. Again, my opinion. So, when these department heads get together, and this is what I'm saying, and they're asking for money into the second quarter, we got to be asking why. It's too easy to transfer money. When you look at the balances or the budgets from before, you see all these transfer numbers. It's like, wow, they're just moving it around freely. That's what got them in trouble before. Now again, I'm not saying that's going to happen with Mr. Olson here. There's no indictment on him at all, 0. But you know what? I don't want to take a chance. That's what it boils down to. That's an oversight that is given to us as council members. If I'm elected or anybody else, that I'm not ready to give away. Yes?
Well, not only that, but if they pass this Proposition 1, and let's say Olson's not there 4 years from now, and you get another city manager in, you've just created a problem. He's not a good guy. So you're giving away the whole farm. You're not just giving it away for Olson. We have other city managers that we've had and other city managers that we will have.
Yes, that is true. So, to me, that begs to ask about, the departments. Does that head know what he's doing? Does he need more training? And if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Olson's already said some of his department heads need more training. So even by his own admission, and again, it's not a bad, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, these guys need more training. I like that. That's being open. I have to appreciate that. But I don't want to give that away. So this should raise a host of questions and concerns based on what the city has just gone through, as I said. So we can't afford to forget our past. Again, we don't need to dwell on it and live on it. But history, as I mentioned to you guys, it's something that we have as a reminder not to do things again or to allow things to happen to us again. So we just want to make sure that we keep that as a memory. So Mr. Olson has the experience from the city, absolutely. We've heard people say, oh, I don't want to micromanage him. Well, you know what? To me, that's a little bit of an overstatement. Nobody's going to micromanage Mr. Olson, I promise you. They're not qualified to micromanage him. Okay? Nobody is. So I don't think that's going to happen. So, election day is May 5th. Early voting is April 23rd, just right around the corner. We got a few days left. So I would encourage you guys to make sure that you get out and vote. Obviously, you've taken the time to educate yourselves. You've talked with friends and families. So make sure they get out and vote. You know, that's one of our, you know, everybody talks about all these other amendments and all these things. And, you know, of course, anybody knows we have about history. But, you know, people are dying around our world just to vote. And we take that for granted. Oh, my vote doesn't count. Your vote counts at this level for sure.
Yes.
And you need to make sure that you exercise that right. It counts at every level, but I'm not worried about the other levels right now. I'm only worried about this one. It's up to you guys to pick reliable, honest candidates that are going to do the bidding of the people without any self-interest at heart. And you've got some good candidates out there. So that'll be up to you and God to figure that out as to who you want to vote for. So obviously I want you to vote for me. That goes without saying. But like I said, there's some good candidates, and it's going to be up to you guys to decipher that. I urge you, if other candidates have town hall meetings, to go see them. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Everybody's got good ideas. You shouldn't just be allegiance to one and not listen to somebody else. You're doing a disservice to yourself. You should listen to everybody, because everybody's got good ideas. Okay? So I would encourage you, if anybody else has got any town hall meetings coming, or a meet and greet, go see what they're about. So you're only going to benefit from it. Two things. You're either going to agree with it, or you're not. That's what it boils down to. You're going to say, that's a great idea, or that's a bad idea. Just like tonight. You're going to say, oh, you did good there. Your choice. You guys are the ones that matter in this. So I urge you to go check all your resources. Don't forget, you can vote for 3 people on this, for as far as council at large, okay? And then you get to vote for the mayor. So you're going to be able to vote 4 times. There's also the proposition, and then there's A and B on there, right? And the bond issue. So the bond issue is on there as well.
And the
So,
water district, if you live in that. Well,
Right,
That's
yeah.
gonna be a different.
well, that's on the
different
north
ballot.
side, right?
You have to ask
You
for
have
it.
to ask for that ballot.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
will have to ask for it.
You
If
actually
don't
have
ask
to
for
go to a specific location.
Because that's only the people on the north side can vote on that, as I understand, right?
It's like the 1996 boundary.
Right, because whatever,
It's
so-
an incredibly complex
Right.
and easily misinterpreted.
Well, and that's something that needs to be addressed, because if it has to do with water, I think all of us should be able to vote, and they need to fix whatever the issue is to make that happen. But whatever it is, yeah, not everybody gets to vote on that one thing, because it's locked in with boundaries or whatever. It's beyond, it's very convoluted, to say the least, is my understanding. So, above all, go vote, please. Go vote. It's important. You'll feel better about yourself. Make sure that your family and your friends, make sure they go vote. It's I actually look forward to it every election season. I'm proud to wear that little thing that says I voted. So I urge everyone to feel the same way where that's concerned.